Hey there, folks. The Broke Figure Collector here. Thanks for tuning in to another video review. And now we have the Marvel Ant-Man and the Wasp Hot Toys 1/6 scale figure. That is MMS 498. This is an awesome figure. I was waiting for her to come out for a while. Great if you want to have her as an Ant-Man and Wasp display, or if you just want to have her as an Endgame display also, because I mean, she got snapped out, and then when she snapped back in, she was confused for a second, wearing the same costume. So nothing should have changed unless they made some kind of magical change at Marvel to make more money off of figures, but it looked like the same costume anyway. And you got some warnings on the back, the usual stuff. Don't feed to children under 15 years old. Ooh, it's this one. Small parts not found, not for children under 3. Okay, sorry. Toys not meant for kids under 15, and do not feed to parts 3-year-olds. There you go. All right, let's open her up. I'm taking the plastics off because that's long, tedious, and boring. You actually have to take off a gauntlet and a hand to get the plastic all off, which is a pain in the butt and not fun to do on camera. You've all seen me do that before. It takes a while. Let's get her out of here really quick. Get the plastic off. And there she is. And she's got a pile of accessories, which is very cool. So let's go check those out. Here are all the accessories that the Wasp comes with. You get a lot of stuff there, which is pretty awesome. Now, this is Hope Pym, but I mean, you can pretty much take this costume and make her into Janet Van Dyne. So I'm pretty sure she wore something very similar to this in the Ant-Man flashbacks in the movies. But here's some accessories. She's got a bunch of stuff. Start off with the stand really fast. This is pretty cool. It's got a little bit of texture to it, so if you're gonna have her standing up, then you're gonna, it's like a not battery pack. You can stand her up, she's not gonna slip as much, which is awesome. And we got the dynamic flight pole, which is the usual flight pole there. Got the basic grabber, no extra support grabber. You got the foam in there, which is cool. You need the foam, you just got to be careful of those things. And over here we got the hands. We've got these cool like in-flight hands going on there. She can have them spread out to the side. Looks like she's kind of hovering above. And then you have two open hands, slightly tensed a little bit. It's very nice too. You've got, each one's got the little silver piece on it that connects with her gauntlet pieces. And we have one hand right here for holding the discs here that make stuff grow and make stuff shrink. So you can just pop those in there and they'll fall out in your display. It'd be so awesome to try to find these little tiny things because they're tiny, tiny, tiny. One's got the red, one's got the blue. You can see them up there. Very nice detailed. It's cool little extra accessories I didn't have to include, but it looks awesome. And you get this tiny little wasp. It's pretty sweet looking. It's got the clear wings. You have a little stand. You can stand her up there in case you want to make a tiny Ant-Man and a tiny Wasp display somewhere. Very cool idea. We have the back plate. Once you attach the wings onto, this is going to clip onto there to cover up the R and the L, and it's going to cover up the slots, everything to make it look a lot nicer. This right here is her backpack area where the wings are officially down and not spread open yet to fly. So you can pop this on her when she's in a basic standing position if you want, just to have the wings in the back. And again, it just pops on. No magnet or anything, but it's got some pretty deep pegs here. So you can push that thing in there to hold the wings in so the wings don't fall out. Got your black wrist pegs, just in case you break some. Batteries here for the light up head, which is very nice looking. Over here, once you pop the regular helmeted head off, you can slap this on there also to make it look like her helmet kind of went chook to the back of her head, which is pretty cool. So the helmet all folded up, went to the back of her head, stick that in there, and then you stick this awesome freaking head in there. Now this, an amazing job. They've totally captured her. The face looks great, the eyes look great, the expression is great. Sometimes they have the deer in the headlights figure look with some of the figures, but hers looks really awesome. You got a non-moving ponytail there. I don't want to try to mess with it. It may move, but I'm not going to mess with that, just in case. Got little strands going on there. The hair looks really nice. The sculpt is really nice. Got a basic ball peg there, so in case you want to pop this on a, I don't know, a Hope Pym figure, you can make your own. Have her in basic clothes, civilian clothes. And you can have yourself 2 figures, which is awesome. So I love having the extra sculpts besides the helmet of one. You can make 2 figures out of them if you want. But yeah, that just looks amazing. Great job there. And then we got the wings. These feel very light. They feel kind of sturdy, but where they're holding them like right now, that doesn't feel too sturdy. So they may have some movement on them a little bit. Yeah, they can move around a little bit at the pegs over here in these little spots. It's pretty much on this post, and they can pretty much just keep moving around. I wouldn't advise doing it too much, and I would definitely move it holding here than from shifting that part like this. A little bit safer than grabbing it here and trying to move it, because you may bust it in half. And what's cool about these, besides no magnet, which would have been a little bit nicer, but would have been dangerous, they've got the pegs on the back there too. So this slots into her back. And then once you slot into the back, you put this cover piece over top. And the back of her has the peg holes right there. And also her right and her left, you'll see R's and L's on the actual pegs. So there's an L over here. And over here we got the R right there. You can barely see it in the light there, but there's an R there. And in the back of her too, you can tell which spot goes in. The taller area where the post sticks up the most, sticks in the back right there. So then you plug those things in and you are good to go. All right, let's check her out with some of her accessories. Okay, one more thing she comes with before I forget. You get these little backdrops every once in a while. Looks pretty cool. It's a thick cardboard. It can stand up behind the backdrop if you want to stick it in a DTOF or a shelf. It's got some more thicker cardboard pieces to keep it sturdy and standing up. So pretty cool if you're into that kind of thing. If you want like a little background for her. It's a cool idea if you line them all up against the wall and somehow get them all up there. But that's just one little accessory. Not needed, but hey, we got it anyway. So here's the figure. And again, she looks awesome. You can see inside the helmet there. And you can tell that's her inside there. It's crazy. It's like the same exact head sculpt inside the helmet. Now to get the batteries in there, pretty much just pop this thing off, get your screwdriver, open that thing up, switch it on, you're good to go. I generally don't put the batteries in because mine are on top of the shelf, and I'll reach for them, turn them on every once in a while, then they're pretty much dead and they're gonna start getting a little funky inside there, and you don't want to ruin your figure with decaying funky batteries. So a very cool feeling suit. It's almost like a spandex feel down here with the different materials and more of a plasticky feel down here. Helmet's got some really nice details. These things are pretty sharp too, so be careful laying her down. You don't want to smash her her little earpieces off up here, whatever they're called. The helmet looks really cool. The rest of the detail, very, very nice. From the different types of material they use here, you got stuff that's more rough feeling, and you got some more smoother feeling stuff. Here's her backpack on right here with the wings down so they're not deployed yet. She's got these nice gauntlets over here. In order to get the plastic on, when it first comes in, there's some plastic underneath there. You got to pull the hand off and slide the gauntlet off. But yeah, those look pretty nice. Got some red detail over here. Whole suit is just red, gold, and blues everywhere. Very nice job. And the feet, you got split cut going on there, which is pretty cool. So you can actually move her feet around left and right, side to side, up and down, which is cool because on a figure you want to flying, you want the feet kind of pointed down, especially if you bend the knees. You don't want the feet up all the time. And let's see. She's got a nice double bend there. It's got a thick piece right here, which it's not making anything bunch up, which is pretty awesome. So this little thick piece here is preventing the bunching from happening. Let me know in the comments if you have any bunching issues with yours or not. Just curious. And when we bend here, you got a nice bend over here also. Oh, double bend in the arm. And you get a little bit of wrinkling, but now it's right back again to normal. It has like a slight different kind of plastic piece right here. You can see slightly different color. That's right at the bend right there. So hopefully that'll help to keep any kind of wrinkling going on. But normally she's in a flight pose, you might have her hands out, but sometimes they can be bent, sometimes you can keep them, you know, not bent. Let's get her with her wings on. Here she is with her wings on, and she looks freaking amazing. That looks so awesome. The wings look great. They're nice and translucent, but they catch the light just right. Got some lights going on. It's going to shine on those things big time. Now all you pretty much do is, like I said before, you just pop the R and the L in there. The big knobby piece goes up. Just remember the big wings are up top. Small wings are on the bottom, and you can't really mess the pegs up because you only go in one way. Pegs are only on one side. Pop this little piece on over here, and that covers up any of the excess stuff on the back there, but that looks amazing. You can have her flying around this way on the stand. She could have benefited from one of those grabber things that the extra crotch grabber piece that grabs the waist and comes underneath that way, because when you put her on the stand, she kind of flops to the side. So you got to adjust your stand a little bit to keep her up. She's so huge, she's barely even fitting in my screen here. And sorry, the lighting's horrible too. I'm in the basement and it's not the best lighting in the world. But there she is. She looks amazing. Definitely a must, especially if you want to have her with Ant-Man, or if you just want to have her in an Endgame display. Because again, I'm pretty sure she was wearing the exact same costume. She got, you know, snapped out, blipped out, whatever they want to call it, during this whole time. She was gone, and when she popped up, she should be wearing the exact same costume. So check this figure out. Let me know in the comments below if you got this figure, if any issues, what you think of it. And please subscribe. It helps me out big time. Again, thanks so much for watching. Until the next video.